When silence follows the beat, the shocking wave of concert cancellations from G-Dragon and Daesung that sent shockwaves through the K-pop world. In a year that promised the resurgence of K-pop royalty, the silence that followed struck louder than any bass drop. The fanbase, once abuzz with electric anticipation, found itself drowned in a sea of shock, confusion, and emotional unraveling. Just as banners were being printed, light sticks were charging, and flights were being booked by fans from every corner of the world, two massive announcements, only a week apart, brought everything to a screeching halt. Not one, but two members of the legendary group BIGBANG cancelled their highly anticipated concerts, leaving fans stunned and speculation swirling. The first tremor in the fandom's foundation came with a statement that no one saw coming. On a quiet weekday morning, as fans refreshed their browsers to check for ticket updates and new tour content, G-Dragon's management company, Galaxy Corporation, released a succinct but weighty announcement. The Bangkok leg of G-Dragon 2025 World Tour Übermensch, scheduled for August 2nd, had been officially cancelled. G-Dragon, often hailed as the king of K-pop, the trendsetter of a generation, and the creative mind behind some of the most iconic music and performances in Asian pop history, had always been known for his artistic unpredictability. But this was different. There was no new concept drop, no mystery campaign, no hint of a surprise release. Just a cancellation. A hard stop. The reason? Health concerns tied to the record-breaking heatwave gripping Thailand at the time. In a statement, Galaxy Corporation explained, this measure was taken out of consideration for health risks due to the unprecedented heat wave. The concern wasn't just for the artist, but for the fans who would be gathering at Rajamangala National Stadium, a massive open-air venue with limited natural shade and high exposure to extreme heat. Galaxy added that safety assessments had raised significant concerns for audience well-being, particularly with the unpredictable nature of climate events in the region. The blazing sun, the lack of adequate cooling options, and the potential for heat-related incidents had led to a difficult but, in their words, necessary decision. Though disappointed, many fans appreciated the transparency and care shown. After all, this wasn't just any performer. It was G-Dragon, known for pushing creative limits, always prioritizing the experience of his audience, and curating shows that were more theatrical than just musical. If even he decided to cancel a concert for safety reasons, fans reasoned it must truly be serious. However, before the waves of disappointment could settle, a second storm hit. Exactly 1 week later, a new bombshell dropped. Daesung, the powerhouse vocalist of BIGBANG, announced the cancellation of his upcoming concert in Melbourne, Australia. Slated to be held on August 15th at the iconic festival hall as part of his Daesung 2025 Asia tour. D's Wave. The event was highly anticipated, not just for his performances but because it marked a rare opportunity for fans in Oceania to see the artist live after years of hiatus and regional touring gaps. The news arrived via D-Label, Daesung's management company, in a carefully worded official statement. "Hello, this is D-Label," it read. "We deeply apologize to all fans who were waiting for the Daesung 2025 Asia tour. D's Wave in Melbourne concert. The show, which was scheduled for August 15, 2025 at Festival Hall, has unfortunately been cancelled due to unforeseen technical and production-related issues. After thorough discussions with all involved parties, we reached this decision in order to ensure that fans experience the best concert quality possible." The wording was diplomatic, yet fans couldn't help but feel blindsided. Unforeseen technical issues? Production challenges? What did that mean? Was it equipment failure? A venue conflict? Visa problems? Or something deeper? D-Label did confirm that full refunds would be automatically issued to fans who purchased tickets via official channels. But the apology, however heartfelt, couldn't quite erase the growing sense of unease among fans who had already witnessed G-Dragon cancel his show just days prior. Was something larger happening behind the scenes in the BIGBANG universe? Even more curious was the timing. Why were two major concerts involving two core members of one of K-pop's most celebrated groups being cancelled back-to-back? Was it purely coincidental, or a sign of some internal shift yet to be revealed? For those unfamiliar with the scale of emotional investment fans pour into K-pop, it may seem easy to shrug off a cancelled concert. But for VIPs, the official fandom of BIGBANG, these shows were more than just entertainment. They were reunions, Lifelines. Moments of catharsis built over years of waiting. After the group's military service hiatus and multiple controversies that affected other members, the solo activities of G-Dragon and Daesung represented hope, a revival of legacy. Daesung's cancellation, in particular, stung deeply for fans in the Southern Hemisphere, who rarely get the chance to see Korean acts live, let alone a founding member of BIGBANG. And perhaps what made it all the more poignant was that it came after a triumphant start to his Asia tour. Just months before, Daesung had kicked off his D's Wave tour with 2 emotionally charged concerts in Seoul at the end of April. The reception was electric. Fans described it as Daesung Reborn, a vibrant celebration of vocal talent, personality, and renewed connection. Riding high from those performances, he arrived in Vietnam for his first-ever solo concert in Ho Chi Minh City on May 3, and the response was beyond anything anyone had imagined. Vietnamese fans, known for their unparalleled energy, lit up the venue with deafening cheers, synchronized fan chants, and heartfelt banners. Daesung, visibly overwhelmed and grateful, repeatedly praised the audience, saying Vietnamese VIPs had outshined expectations. He spoke with emotion, sometimes pausing mid-sentence just to take in the view of waving light sticks, tears, and smiling faces. "I will continue this journey with you," he promised, his voice cracking with emotion. "We have many more memories to make." But that promise now feels momentarily interrupted. And while the statement from D-Label assures fans that this is only a pause, not an end, the double whammy of cancellations has left many wondering. What's really happening behind the curtains? Social media predictably lit up with theories. Some fans speculated that the heatwave reasoning behind G-Dragon's cancellation might also extend to Daesung's situation, citing global climate irregularities and logistical complications. Others suspected deeper industry shifts, perhaps new management policies, a reassessment of tour logistics, or even quiet preparation for a group project requiring both artists' attention. Whispers of a BIGBANG reunion began circulating, encouraged by cryptic posts, unfollowed accounts, and curious silence from other former members. Still, amidst the theories and frustration, one sentiment remained crystal clear. The fans still care. Deeply. Fiercely. They cared when G-Dragon's concert was announced. They cared when Daesung's tour was launched. They celebrated, bought tickets, made travel plans, designed fan signs, and saved up for light sticks and merch. And now that both shows have been cancelled, they continue to care. Not just with disappointment but with empathy. Because above all, the relationship between BIGBANG and their fans has always been more than transactional. It's emotional. It's a story 2 decades in the making. And maybe that's why, despite the setbacks, despite the cancellations, despite the unexpected silences, fans are still waiting, still hoping, still ready for the beat to drop again. Because with legends like G-Dragon and Daesung, the music never truly stops. It only pauses, ready to return louder, deeper, and more unforgettable than ever.